Good morning, you guys. So today's video, I'm sharing with you my breakfast. I thought I would cook breakfast with you, eat it with you, and just chit chat. I love these types of videos where people cook their meals and then kind of share it with their friends and chit chat while eating it. So I'm not a big breakfast eater, but lately I'm trying not to eat after dinner. We eat dinner anywhere between 5 and 5:30 because by the time my husband and kids get home, they're starving. It is a little early, so often I do find myself hungry, so I'm trying to eat more filling things throughout the day. That way I can stop snacking at night, which is my major issue. I love having like a little snack watching TV, and although it doesn't seem like a big deal, going and laying down and not being active after you're settled down for the night and trying to eat something isn't always good. So I have eggs, which always keeps me full for quite a while, and I have 2 bagels that I need to finish up. I'm just gonna have one, and that's it. I'm just gonna fry up some eggs and we're gonna chit chat, but I thought I would do it with you. I have some shows that I've been watching that I really love that I thought I'd share with you, and books that I've been reading. It's like the perfect fall day today. It's actually quite chilly. It's been like 80 degrees here in New Jersey, and all of a sudden 2 days ago it got really cold, like very cold. It's like 54 degrees out today. So although I do really enjoy the summer weather, so I do enjoy the fall, but the summer is still like my favorite season. I just love the memories that they have, going to the beach, all that stuff. So I go back and forth between like a butter with olive oil in it and just regular stick butter. Today I just happen to grab this. So I'm just gonna use a little bit, like a half a teaspoon, because I am gonna fry up my eggs. This is not the healthiest by any means, but this is just like we're low on groceries. So this is what I'm gonna make today. Plus I really enjoy it. Eggs aren't the problem. The eggs are pretty good for you. It's the bagel, but I really don't like wasting food. So that's what we're gonna have. So like I said, I've been watching some really fun shows. Recently, I started the Gilmore Girls. I am like really late to the game, like 2 decades almost, but they're so funny. They're so cute. And it reminds me of me and my daughter. I had my daughter really young. I had her when I was 18. So we banter like that, and we have a really special relationship, so it's really funny to see. So I've been watching that, watching all kinds of stuff. If you ever, we'll talk a little more about it, but right now my husband and I, for years we've been obsessed with the show, but we're just finishing up the season of Below Deck Mediterranean. We love Captain Lee, but Captain Sandy, I'd marry her. I love her so much. If she wasn't taken and I wasn't married, I would. She is the raddest chick in the world, and I love watching her on Below Deck. Especially Mediterranean. That's my favorite season, and this season was crazy. I don't know if anybody watches Below Deck, but boy, this season was insane. Why are the chefs always such bitches? Like, every chef, they're incredible. Like, this chef was what the heck was his name? Matthew? Was that his name? I can't remember. But he was such a bitch all season, but he was so incredible. So incredible. And it makes me laugh because they're like such evil people, and they're so demanding, but they're just so good at their job. So I guess they have the right to be. I don't know. Let me put you a little closer. So that's what I've been watching mostly Monday nights. Hold on, I'm just grabbing pepper and salt. Oh, also Bob's Burgers is back on. So all your full lineup, Bob's Burger and Family Guy. I like cartoons. I do watch a lot of cartoons as an adult. Some people don't like them, but I do. But I especially love Bob's Burgers. I've been watching it now since it first came out. I've seen every episode. I love every episode. I've never been disappointed. My husband he's a little bit older than me, not by much, but he watched Family Guy from the beginning, and I started Family Guy a little later in the years, like maybe 5 years into it. Was obsessed. We all were like big, die-hard fans, but recently the seasons have been terrible. You know what I think it is? I think that Seth MacFarlane has taken on, you know, projects that he's ready to kind of mature and go, you know, like how, okay, so like for example, Pretty Little Liars, when you knew it was done, it was done. They should have ended it 2 seasons previous to the ending, but like it's like they're just trying to hold on, and that's what I feel like with Family Guy. They're just like trying to hold on to that last little bit of like comedic, you know, it's like nostalgic, and they don't want to get rid of it, and it's just not holding up like how the Simpsons have held up over the years and things like that. I just think it's time to retire that show, because it's just, the last few seasons have been horrible. And like, I'm a huge Family Guy fan, but Bob's Burgers is my life. I love that show. Housebroken, that is so cute. Yeah, so I'm a big cartoon fan. What else have we been kind of watching? I don't know, I guess not much, because I've been reading quite a bit at night. I just finished Crescent City from Sarah J. Maas, which was really, really good. It was an urban fantasy, which I really enjoyed. So I'm just gonna finish up frying these, and then we'll sit at the table and finish talking, because it's already 8 minutes in and we haven't started eating. So I will be right back. Okay, so we're sitting at my table. Sorry if the lighting's a little off. I have a huge window, so I'm hoping maybe that will help. So I made 3 fried eggs, and I just threw them on the bagel. I do mine over, so I cook them till I notice all of the like slimy stuff is kind of turning white, flip them over and shut the heat right off and let them sit for maybe 60 seconds. So maybe over medium, over easy, I don't know. I like eggs anyway. I like them almost like soft or even undercooked. So how do you love your eggs? I would love to know. You don't need it. You're not starving, I promise. I'll give you a bite. Just give me a minute. So yeah, that's how I like my eggs. So like I was saying, I've been reading a lot. So at night, I haven't been watching my usual stuff. Some of the shows that I do like, I was thinking, is Anna with an E, I love. I love the new season of Haunting of Hill House. I guess it's a Blythe Manor. I want to try that new Chucky show. I would definitely love to hear some of the suggestions of stuff that you guys have been watching. Okay, here. You're fine. Right now I'm reading Circe. I loved The Song of Achilles. It was one of my favorite books that I've read in a long time. So I really, really wanted to read her novel, Circe. It's so good. I've never been into like Greek mythology, but I definitely could see myself really loving it. I love like high fantasy, urban fantasy. I like thrillers, horrors. The only 2 genres that I don't really turn to is like romance. Is not my favorite, but I will definitely read romance. And I don't love science fiction, but that's not saying I wouldn't read it. But I like slow burn romances where like it takes time to like build the character, build the worlds, build like their found families, and then they fall in love. Like that's what I like. I like slow burn romance, but I like action. That's why I love Sarah J. Maas's books so much. But Circe's really good so far, especially because I love the supernatural element to it with the witches. It's really, really good. Definitely recommend it. I'm halfway through. At first I wasn't sure, but I love it. And then I'm gonna read, I think it's Kingdom of the Wicked. It's the second one of her series. I'll have to put a picture up what it is. I can't remember. But I'm excited for that. I wanted to save that closer to Halloween. So I'm hoping to finish Circe. Today's Monday. I'm hoping to finish that probably here by Wednesday, because I'm already halfway through. And then I'll start that for Halloween. Hold on, honey. My Chihuahua, he's 14 pounds. every other dog in the litter, we rescued him, but every other puppy was tiny, like 3 pounds, and he's 14 pounds. I don't know what happened, but he's not like overweight or anything. He was just neutered 2 months ago, and they never said anything about his weight, but I think he's so active that he can eat quite a bit, but I try not to overfeed him, but eggs are like his weakness. Everything's his weakness, but he always thinks he's so hungry, and he's not. He eats all the time. So he's on, I think I talked about it in one of my other videos. We put him on Prozac, and he's doing really well. He had got neutered. He was neutered, and then they said to give it 60 days to get all the testosterone out of his system and to start giving him a low dose of Prozac. So that's what we did, and we've noticed a significant difference in his behavior, especially with my other dog. I have a Shih Tzu, and he's just like this big, goofy, dumb dog, and he's like, no idea why he keeps getting attacked. I mean, he was getting attacked, and we were very scared, so we took him to emergency vet. They neutered him literally the next day for us because it was like they knew we were panicking, and I wanted to exhaust every measure before we like took anything extreme with the dog. So thank God the medication's working. They put him on another 3 months of it. We don't see any lousy side effects. Like, he doesn't seem drowsy. He has energy. He's happy. He eats, he drinks, he plays. He just isn't aggressive, which is a wonderful thing. We've had one episode since he's been neutered, which it was 3 times a day before he was having nasty aggression, not just towards the dog, but towards everyone. But I feel like, and it wasn't even like a bad episode. It was just, we were able to stop it before it escalated. So I was really happy he showed a sign that he was going to be grumpy. That's what I like to say, he's grumpy. And then we were able to stop him, which it's still scary because, you know, any dog, doesn't matter how much you love them and think they're like, they would never do it. You have to be careful with all animals. I don't care what breed. It could be a pit bull, it could be a lab, it could be a chihuahua, a shih tzu, any dog. You just need to be careful and remember they're dogs. To me, chihuahuas, if I'd known more about the breed, I wish I'd done my research more. They're very difficult dogs, almost more nasty than bigger dogs, to be honest. Here, Gilly. There's a lot of misconceptions, I think, with chihuahuas too. I should do a video on it. Here, Gil. Because I've learned a lot. Because there's a lot of misconceptions about them. But they're good dogs. They really are. All dogs are good dogs. I don't think there's any bad dogs. There's just bad owners, to be honest, in my opinion. And I'm trying to think of other shows that I've been watching. I guess I haven't been watching much TV. My husband and I like to watch reruns of Roseanne at night. That's like our thing. Oh my God, what the hell was the name of the show? Okay, so I know what I've been watching. I just finished the series. I can't believe I forgot about it. The show, The Reckoning, on Netflix. Oh my God, it's so good. It was about a serial killer. It was like a small series. It was so good. I loved it. I recommend it if you like serial killers. So good. I can't believe I forgot about it. I just finished it. I loved it. Also, I'm rewatching Stranger Things. Now, I watched the first season, like when it first came out, lost interest in the second season, but my daughter said to try to rewatch it because the new one's coming out. So, I'm rewatching that. I think that's it right now. I definitely would like some recommendations, but The Reckoning was really good. Ooh. So this weekend, I don't like, up where we live, there's a lot of haunted like walks where 15 minutes from Philadelphia where they have the Eastern State Asylum. Now, I went to the day tour, which was really incredibly cool, sad, and amazing all in once. I liked the day tour. Al Capone, I believe, was the one, like, famous one. His cell was closed off because of, renovations. I don't remember. So I didn't get to see his, but my husband saw it when they did the scary nighttime one. They're not going to do the state penitentiary this fall. They're doing something else. It's called Creamy Acres, and they're going this weekend. It's definitely not for me. I like horror movies. I love horror books. Stephen King's It's one of my favorite movies and favorite novels. The novel is incredible, but I just can't stand that feeling of being afraid. So that's a big pass for me. It's the first year my daughter's going, so I guess we'll see if she likes it. Oops. Yeah, that's a big fat pass for me. So I'm just gonna sit home and read all night, which is something I would much rather do. Yeah, so that's what they're doing this weekend. I'm just hanging out like usual. Tonight I think I'm gonna make chicken stew because it's so cold out. And we used to live right by the beach, but we've moved. We're about, 35, 40 minutes from the beach, so we don't get any of that warm air off the water. So it's freezing where we are. Honey, you're not that hungry. I promise you. You ate. They're gonna think that I starve you to death. My daughter went to homecoming, her first homecoming. That was 2 weekends ago. She's brand new to this school. And I was really scared for her because it wasn't like she had any bullying issues. She just never found like her clique at that other school that she was literally there since kindergarten to 8th grade, and she just never, she had friends. She had one girlfriend for years and years, but she just never found her place at that school. And she literally went to this school, and on freshman orientation, I've never seen such like a personality change in somebody. She was so happy. These kids up here are so different from the old school. There's like no bullying, she said. She fits right in. She's been doing things on the weekend with these kids, which is shocking. If you knew my daughter, she was like, I always had to push her to do things. And like, she went to the movies last week. I couldn't believe she went to homecoming because it's just not something it's not that she's antisocial or anything. It's just like, she's very shy. So for her to go really, really made me happy. But yeah, she was so beautiful and it was so much fun. And she's just going to the football games on Friday nights, which makes me so, so happy because I just want her to have the most normal experience of high school as possible. I always tell her, look, you don't have to be popular. To have one good friend is more important than to be popular or any of that. But I just want her to have an experience that I didn't have. I really kind of got lost in high school. And then I ended up pregnant at my senior year. I was pregnant at graduation. But you know what? I still graduated. But, yeah, I just hope that because I know this is going to sound horrible. I just hope that because she has her father in her life and he's active, and because she has both of her parents that are together, and we really show her how much we love each other. And she has 2 aunts that love her so much, and she has, my mom died, which was a big thing in our family, but she has her great-grandparents that are very active in her life, and they're only in their late 70s, so they're very young for their age. So she has them, and she has quite a bit of support, and I just hope that maybe she has a better chance in life than I did at going to school and merely making something like special out of her life. My sisters really are trying very, very hard to kind of break the mold and I hope they do. And my husband was very fortunate to have the job that he does, but I just really hope something different. I really want something different from her. Like, she tries to make fun of me, like, well, wait till you see the size of my house. And I'm like, I really hope someday that you have everything that you want, whether that's money or just happiness or whatever it is. Whatever she wants to do, as long as she's happy, I feel like that's successful to me. And I just feel like she has a better chance than I did growing up with, like, my mom was a single mom with 3 kids. Come over here. I'm not beating you behind me. Come over here. Come over here. Sit. There you go. So, not that people with a single mother or father or grandparent can't be raised and turn out turn out amazing. They really can. I mean, for everything that my family went through and my mom went through, I don't feel like my sisters and I turned out anywhere near as bad as things could have been, but I just feel like sometimes, sadly, with the way the things are in life, some people just have more of an advantage, and I just hope that she takes advantage of the things that she has and appreciates it and helps people that need help. That's all. That's all I meant. I hope that doesn't come off wrong. I just hope, want success for everyone. But anyway, she did really well in school. That's all that made me happy, and it's going to be a good school year, I hope. I'm going to give you the last bite, okay? You're a piglet. I'm about to go food shopping, which I used to love doing it, but now it's just such a hassle. When we moved up here, there, you ate it all. I was very set in my ways with the grocery store I went to, and the one up here is very different, so it's like, meh. I don't like doing it. Like, I used to be a big grocery shopper. I loved it, but it's just annoying now. But that's all for today. I finished my breakfast. I didn't put a lot of salt on the eggs, so they were a little bland, but not terrible because I put a lot of extra black pepper. I'm trying to cut back on my salt intake. I'm trying to drink a lot of water. So I've been getting, like, here, let me show you actually. Honey, I don't have any more food. I've been drinking a lot of this because I still like soda. I really like that carbonation, but I'm trying to cut down, and I'm down to 1 Diet Coke a day. So I've been getting, like, these seltzers. There is no fat, no sodium, no carbs, no sugar, nothing. It's vegan, sodium-free, calorie-free, gluten-free, and they're pretty good. And this one I've never tried, so we'll try it together. This one is cherry vanilla, but I didn't realize the amount of, like, sodium in soda, even diet. So I'm trying to really, like, cut back on crap because, 1, I just want to lose a little bit of weight, and 2, I have a wedding, like I've said. My friend gave me those liquid IVs, and he was like, yeah, drink these. And I'm like, I said to him, do you know how much friggin' sodium is in this? I couldn't believe it. And he was drinking a couple a day, and it's not worth it to me. You're not getting enough water intake. It's only like 1 to 2. And I'm like, no way. I mean, it tastes good, but I'd rather so I'm just trying to get it in. Trying not to get any more sodium. So let's try this. This is cherry vanilla, and let's see if it's any good. Wow, that's really good. This bowl and basket, I don't know where ShopRites are. I think they're, like, in Delaware. I think they're in Philly and New Jersey. These are good, but I'm sure you can get something very, very similar if you like seltzer water. This is 33 ounces. Nobody else in my family likes it, so it's just for me. So I'll just seal it up and put it back in the fridge. But this is good. I really like this, actually. Not quite as good as a Dr. Pepper, but very similar in that cherry taste. So I hope you enjoyed this. It might be boring. I was kind of all over the place. I don't do very many things. Like, I just read, and I like to watch my shows. I take my dogs for walks. I cook and clean for my family and just kind of hang out on the weekends. My husband went fishing Friday. They caught so much tog and sea bass, but they got a lot. So I froze quite a few fillets for my grandparents. I like to share when he catches an overabundance of fish. I like to share, especially with my grandmother. It is so good for her to get that fish in her, especially because she has like stomach paralysis and MS, and you know, the fish really makes her feel good when she eats it. So I try to give her some, and anybody that needs it, I share food with whoever needs it. I always have. So he went fishing Friday. Yeah, so togging is his favorite. When he fishes for tog, that's his favorite time of the year. They flounder fish for a long time, like the whole entire summer, but his favorite is togging. So I'm so glad to see him getting out on that boat, because he works so hard during the week, and it really makes me happy when he's able to get out with his friends and fish. It just makes me happy that he does something for his mental health, and fishing is a really good thing for him. So yeah, that is it. If you have any questions, definitely leave it down below. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too gross watching me eat. Excuse the little bit of a mess in the background. I guess it's not that bad. No, it's not that bad. So I'm off to the grocery store. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below, boys. And I will see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.